Hi, Dennis Key here, Managing Director of Lean Logic. If you watched the previous video, you would have heard from some of our clients and previous consortium program participants as they spoke about some of the fantastic achievements that they've made as a result, such as significantly improved efficiencies, drastically reduced lead times, fantastic cost savings, amazing returns on investment, and much more. Well, we've now effectively put our program on steroids and seriously beefed it up, expanded it to give you more access from a mentoring strategic input perspective so that we can multiply the benefits for participating companies. So this next program is going to be rip-roarer. So let me take a few minutes now to outline why the program came about, how it's structured to achieve such great results, and how, if you're quick, you might get the chance to participate in it if it's for you. Now, this video goes for about 30 minutes, a significant amount of time for someone with no time to spare. We understand that. So if you're not serious about fundamentally changing your business and putting your results on steroids and helping other businesses in the area do likewise, then save your time now and don't watch any further. However, if you are serious about improving your business, then watch it all the way through and take immediate action. Let's take a look at the program. The Lean Logic 2014 Business Traction Consortium Program. What's it about? It's about enabling small to medium-sized manufacturers tap into big business expertise, really to create outstanding competitiveness and performance in today's really tough economic climate. So who's it for? Primarily, it's for small to medium-sized manufacturing businesses and businesses with similar characteristics, and that includes some service businesses that support the manufacturing industry. And it's in Bayswater and surrounding suburbs. If you have a look at some of the photos there, you'll see some of the typical types of industries that have participated before. So why in the Bayswater area? Well, it's because existing clients in this area have requested it. And what's the need? We all know that small to medium manufacturing and similar businesses in Australia are the engine room for our economy, and that creates jobs and prosperity. And if you're like me and have kids and you want to keep them living in a first world country, then we need to do something to keep it that way. Businesses like yours need very practical help to remain competitive or to be competitive. Lots of Aussie business battlers are doing it tough in this difficult global economic climate. We know that. We know that the playing field is not level. There are various challenges as low overseas labour rates, unfavourable exchange rates, onerous obligations on local manufacturers, such as minimum wage rates, superannuation obligations, parental leave, OH&S obligations, reporting obligations and compliances, all that paperwork, BAS, etc., work cover liabilities, and a raft of rules and regulations. Now, I'm not saying these are bad things, because it's one of the good things about our country that we have these protections, but it does make it more challenging for local businesses. There are other challenges, cash flow and bad debts. So customers not paying or not paying on time, which affects cash flow, customers wanting it sooner with better quality and of course at a lower price. And it's also difficult finding and retaining employees with the right skills and importantly the right attitude to help you. And for small to medium businesses, all these can be a bit overwhelming. And there's still the day-to-day business to run, with greater and greater need to increase productivity just to scrape by. And you as a business owner or leader are left carrying all the load and responsibility, often having no one as a peer, a mentor or independent sounding board to turn to, and having no time left to seek and apply new knowledge and strategies that could help you and turn your business around. And it's not your fault. But whether you're doing poorly or well as business, there's always room for improvement. And that's why we're running the Lean Logic 2014 Business Traction Consortium Program, building on the success of our previous programs. That's to help businesses develop new skills and relationships that will help them help themselves and be competitive and profitable for not just the short term, but for the long term. So here's a range of previous participants in our consortium programs. I'll just go through some of them briefly. There's companies such as Albans that make gears for off-road vehicles, Air Radiators, who make radiators for trucks primarily. We have AW Bell Foundry, Micro, who are into high-tech electronics. So they're in Queensland, but we're flying down for programs. Rosebank Engineering, who are again in aeronautical supply. Sword, that make military-type clothing. There's Barden Fabrications, who are into production of metal products, laser cutting and so on. Tracker Corp, who make spotlights for helicopters. Morand, again, high-end aeronautical side of things. SEM Fire and Rescue, who make fit-outs for fire trucks and that type thing. Belmatic, Talus, Ambassador, into rubber products and extrusions. Hard Chrome Engineering, who do chrome plating and similar. And you'll see there's a whole range. Integra, there's just a whole range. Grigsby's Foundry, Glide Metal Industries. So let's move on. So here are some of the details about the 12-month consortium program. There are two levels of the program. There's the Business Traction Essentials program, so that's a baseline program, and there's a Business Traction Premium program. Let's have a quick look at the snapshot. I'll go through the items separately, but the key point that I want to show here is that the Essentials program has a number of elements, starting off with 2-day Business Traction Workshop. So it has a number of elements. The Premium program has all of those elements and a whole lot more. And with the Premium program, there's a lot more access to lean logic, which is of high value. So this is largely where we've done a boost of the program to make it much more powerful this time round. So let's have a look at the Essentials program initially. It starts off with the Lean Logic Business Traction Workshop, which includes lean thinking, lean manufacturing, and much more. You'll see we've had programs for manufacturing and service. And the much more, if you've heard of lean or if you've been doing lean, often that's restricted to production areas. Sometimes it's broadened a bit, but often it's not done as well as it could be. And so this program is much broader than that. So we're also looking at the marketing side of things to an extent as well. Our approach is, if it were my business, what would I do? And I'd be looking at all sorts of, not just internal bottlenecks, but bottlenecks to cash flow, because that's a real killer sometimes for small business. So the workshops use proven business improvement principles that apply to different types of businesses, which include manufacturing and hospitals, so service type environments, banks. So the principles apply in lots of different businesses. And the aim is to make people think and, importantly, act differently, so that they ask better questions and therefore get better answers. It's certainly about learning and applying lean concepts, but also about business development principles and practices with rapid experiential learning. So we do a lot of this by simulation, hands-on simulation, not computers. It's also about having everyone on the same page, speaking the same language. So there'll be up to 4 participants from your business can come into the workshop with other companies. So it's good networking opportunities as well. But speaking a common language really helps. We can talk about the principles and how they apply much more easily. And we're also talking about having business practice heat map. So the needs of your particular business may be different. Your bottlenecks and issues and opportunities will be different from somebody else's business, and this helps us get focus on your particular needs and apply the principles that your business needs at the time. So it's not about just training and learning for the sake of training and learning. That's not what the focus is. It's improving your business and using the right tools and methodologies to do so. So then we also have projects that each company will work on their own project. Again, the project isn't there to learn the principles. The project that we choose, or projects that we choose, are there to create tangible business benefits. And the workshop and some of what we learn in there will be taking those learnings to help apply to the particular projects with the outcomes of productivity improvement, quality improvement, reduced delivery times, cost savings, market improvement, marketing and conversions thereof, safety improvements, and there may be some specific strategic things that you want to improve as well, so we can help you choose appropriate projects. They're really projects that help meet your goals and bottom lines. So what else do we have in the Essentials program? Each of the participants, or most of them, will host site visits for the other group members. The opportunity here is to go and have a look at other businesses, see what they're doing well and what could be improved, so you can provide some improvement suggestions to the host company, as well as learning and finding opportunities, improvement opportunities and ideas that maybe they've applied that you could apply in your own business. That was one of the key benefits from previous programs. Each of the participants learns a lot. Also, the whole group on the day receives feedback and coaching from ourselves, from Lean Logic. So we might see some opportunities that the rest of the group doesn't. Also, the host, after everybody else has gone home, we stay in with the host, and the host receives some confidential closed-door feedback and coaching by ourselves. Typically 1 to 2 visitors from each of the member companies go to the site visits each time, okay, because we have a limit as to how many people can fit in each site visit. Accountability coaching calls is also an important aspect of the Essentials program. What's that about? It's monthly hand-holding. It's calls by myself and my team, designed to review your business improvement project progress and coach team members and help them stay on track. Okay, why do we need that? It's so easy for businesses to get caught up in the day-to-day running of the business and not put enough focus on improvements. And so some of the accountability really helps us make progress much quicker and deeper. It stops the, we forgot, we didn't have time aspect. There's some deadlines set and we're expecting to see improvements. These accountability calls typically done over the phone or with screen sharing applications, so that we can have a look at some of the things that you're actually achieving. Modern technology is great there. We have Business Builder Breakfast as part of the Essentials program as well. So what are they about? They're interactive two-way learning forums where we can share insights and learnings. It's a facilitated networking event with other businesses in the program. This is in addition to the site visits, because there's also networking opportunities there, but we want to broaden that. So there's facilitated networking at the Business Builder Breakfasts, and also we can bring in guest speakers from various expertise areas on topics that are of interest or of need to the consortium members, so we can decide on what those topics are as we go along in the program. Then at the end of the 12 months, including the Essentials program, is Lean Logic Conference. That's an important end of program event. It's a public event. Your company and other member companies get to present your project and not just projects, but overall implementation improvements. So they're not necessarily restricted to projects, but improvements in performance across the company. So we want you to report non-confidential aspects because it is an important public event. It helps us set a defined line in the sand in terms of goal, and that's for some psychological reasons to an extent. Who wants to get there at the end of the year, stand up and say, oh, we've been in the program for a year and we haven't achieved very much? Nobody wants to do that. So again, it's one of those psychological things. We know there's a date coming. We know that we're going to present, and it helps enthuse people to keep the eye on the ball. So it keeps the focus and commitment. It's also an important event at which we can recognise the achievement of the members, not just across the consortium, but within your own companies, because they can participate there as well. It's a groundbreaking forum for many companies. So other companies that aren't part of the consortium can come and have a look and understand and learn what you're actually presenting. So you're helping not only members within your own companies, you're actually helping other companies beyond that, which is great. It gives all participants exposure to new ideas. It's a great networking event, and it's an opportunity for your company to get a little bit more exposure as well, because you never know who's going to be at the event. So all that was about the Essentials program. Let's have a look at the Premium program, which includes all of what we've just gone through before with the Essentials, but we have some powerful additions, such as we start off with the site review, business opportunity assessment. What's that about? It's to leverage our experience so we can help you gain focus for your business. So we'll come and conduct a site review. We'll identify improvement opportunities for your business that will help reduce costs, improve safety, reduce order to delivery times and lead times, improve quality, improve communication and productivity, make things more visual internally. So there's all these opportunities for improvement using our experienced eyes. There may be some other aspects where you want us to focus as well. There's 90-day planning sessions. What's that about? Well, it's a 12-month program altogether, but we want to chunk that down into manageable 90-day bite-sized chunks so that we can focus on shorter time periods as well. So you can tap into our skills so we can help develop the structured implementation plans. So we're going to plan for those 90-day chunks. And this also helps beyond this program. We're helping you develop skills internally in your business and capabilities that you can apply to other parts of your business well after the program finishes. There's also, within the Premium program, access to a whole raft of Lean Logic tools and templates. Now, we've been developing these over a long period of time, and so this helps save reinventing the wheel. So we don't want you to waste your precious time in trying to develop tools that we've already developed. Use our tools and templates. That's going to help jumpstart the implementation and make progress and opportunities more visible. We want to make the workplace talk to us. And that's not just in production areas, it's across the whole business. And we can help with our tools and templates. So also in the Premium program, we have quarterly on-site progress reviews and audits. So we're that external set of eyes. I'm not going to be bashful here. We do have razor sharp eyes. We've been working across lots of businesses in very broad range of businesses, from government to small manufacturing to service. So we're going to be able to see things, we're sure, that you can't already see in your business. We're going to bring our razor sharp trained eyes to provide independent feedback on your progress and recommendations to fine-tune what you're doing. We're going to also have a mid-program checkpoint and training day. What's that about? It's for the premium program participants only. It's a closed door event. It's going to help your team keep motivated and focused on success and your outcomes. So your team will be able to share success stories and challenges with others in the program. It's an opportunity to recognize your team's efforts and celebrate your wins and inspire other participating companies by what you're doing. Again, it's that psychological peer group thing as well. Okay, it's a midpoint checkpoint. And you'll be able to receive constructive suggestions from other participants who may have faced similar type of challenges and overcome them. And also be able to receive valuable feedback from the Lean Logic team and receive further training on key topics that are of importance to the group. Now, here's a couple of really powerful things. Let's start off with the Business Leaders Mastermind Forum. Again, a closed door event for premium program participants. It's quarterly. It offers a network forum to form relationships with other business leaders. It's about discovering new approaches and strategies by sharing experiences and insights, and we know that you've got great experience yourselves that you can share with others. They can learn from you, you can learn from them. It enables us to focus on specific matters of strategic importance to your business. So it's a forum where we can confidentially bounce ideas off peers and also benefit from Lean Logic's many years of experience. That's very powerful. So here's another critical bit about the premium program. It's an opportunity to get a strategic advantage over your competition because you can participate in one-on-one monthly confidential mentoring with myself. It'll be honest and open, harsh line of reality, no BS feedback. Okay, now other people within your business might tell you what you want to hear. If you're investing time and effort in this program, I'm sure that you don't want to be told just what you want to hear. You want the honest and open truth that's going to enable you to take your business to the next level. And that's what you're going to get from me. You'll be able to use me as a sounding board for any issue you want to discuss, even if it's external to the business, because sometimes external issues have impact on the internal, but certainly any business issue. We'll be able to review strategic directions, and also because I've been in the game for many years, there's a number of other subject matter experts in different areas, marketing and so on, that I've got direct access to that I can refer you on to if that's going to be of use. So a point I should probably mention now as well, I've worked for internally in large multi-million-dollar corporations, international corporations, and my background's engineering. I have used consultants in the past. One of the things I used to be worried about and sometimes suffer from was some consultants fit the stereotype of they'll borrow your watch to tell you what time it is. So I've always been very suspicious of consultants. There are some good ones out there and some not so good ones, but effectively you need to find who can help you with real life years of hard-earned experience. So let's have a look at the program summary. We've been through all the elements. There's a 2-day business traction workshop with up to 4 participants from your company. We'll discuss how we can choose the right participants for that. We'll work on the targeted projects. I'm not going to go through the list specifically again. We've been through that. There's the Essentials program, and then there's a Premium program which includes all of that and a whole heap more. We're going to get much more access to us, particularly on the strategic side, and that's where a lot of value comes in. Talking about value, it's all about return on investment. Okay, you might be wondering, well, sounds fantastic program, and it is, but what's it going to cost? Now let's think about what's it going to return. Do you want to save money or do you want to make money? It's all about return on investment. Let's think about your business at the moment. What's the current profitability or return on investment in percentage terms? Do you know what it is? Probably not all that high. The investment in the program is very small in comparison to the return on investment that we're sure and we're very confident you'll achieve from it. Small investment in comparison to the large return. So if you're making a profit, then you're doing better than many companies out there that are floundering due to the tough economic climate and their inability to adapt to it. That's a key point. It's survival of the fittest, it really is. If you're doing 10 to 15% EBIT, earnings before interest and tax, then you're doing much better than most, okay? If you're doing above 15%, then congratulations to you, because you're either lucky, and that's probably not the case. It's much more likely that you're doing some things that many other companies could learn from. But how would, say, 20% return on investment for every dollar that you invest in the program be? That'd be pretty good, wouldn't it? Be great. What about a return on investment of 50% or 100%? Absolutely fantastic, I'm sure you'd agree. What about if the investment returned well over 200%? It may sound incredible, may sound too good to be true. Well, if you listened to the previous video, then you would have heard that even much more than this has been achieved. Now let's consider inefficiencies, quality problems and missed opportunities in your business is just money down the drain. So if you could invest just $1 to stop $3 that's currently slipping through your fingers in losses and missed opportunities and repeat work and so on, then that's a 200% return on the investment. You've got an additional $2 from that $1 you invested. And you know, we're so confident that our program can do much more for you than that we only want you to pay for a portion of the program up front. So until we help you reach an ROI, return on investment, in our program of over 250%. And we're going to rely on your honesty to pay the balance of the investment that's owing out of the extra money that you save or make after you've got it in your pocket. So here are the details of the investment. We're looking at the Business Traction Essentials program here. There's a 2-day business traction workshop for up to 4 people from your business. There's 10 site visits for 2 members of your business. There's the one-on-one confidential feedback on-site coaching when you host a visit. There's monthly accountability calls. There's the business breakfast, the business builder breakfast for 4 of your team members each time. There's participation of up to 4 of your team members in Lean Logic Conference. You add all that up and it's $18,626. That's the value we've said. In fact, the real value of the improvement opportunity for your business that we help you identify and assist you with is really priceless. So what about the premium program? Well, that includes the Essentials program. So we start off with $18,626. Then you've got the on-site business opportunity review and assessment. You've got the 90-day planning sessions and support. You've got access to the Lean Logic tools and templates, which is very valuable to get you a real head start. There's a quarterly on-site progress reviews, the midpoint, checkpoint and training day. And here's of huge value for you. There's a quarterly business leaders mastermind forums and the monthly executive mentoring. If you add all those up, total value $53,069. Once again, the real value of the improvement opportunity that we help you identify and assist you with is priceless. So let's summarize. I did say that we didn't want you to pay everything up front, but let's summarize. So for the Essentials program, the total program investment would be $18,626. For the premium program would be $53,069. But we want to make it a no-brainer type decision to get into. So we're splitting the investment into 2 parts. There's the initial commitment And then there's the honesty box balance after you achieve the ROI of over 250%. So for the Essentials program, let's have a look at that. Initial commitment of $11,997 for the 12-month program. So that's a portion of the $18,626 total investment. So the balance of $6,629 is only payable after you achieve an ROI of $66,000. Okay, so that $6,000 is a pretty small amount out of the $66,000. Again, it's on honesty box basis. We're going to let you tell us when you've made that. For the premium program, an initial commitment of $24,997, and after you make a return on investment of $200,000, then you can pay us the balance of $28,072, or within 6 months of achieving that ROI. Now, we know cash flow is an issue for many companies, so we have some payment options. So payment option A, for those that need easier cash flow, will accept the initial commitment as $5,997 up front for the Essentials program, plus $500 a month for the following 12 months. So that adds up to the $11,997. And for the premium program, it's an upfront $12,997 with a low $1,000 a month for each successive month. So we've still got the honesty box balance after you achieve over 250% return on investment, or those numbers up front, up above. And then there's payment option B. So this gives you an opportunity of paying up front and saving an extra $1,000. Why? Because it's easier for us. It's administratively easier for us if you pay the whole initial commitment up front. Okay, we don't have to go back and forwards, checking details and so on. There it is up front, still with the honesty box payment. So we'll take $1,000 off there. So for the Essentials program, the initial commitment is then going to be $10,997 for the year. So that's less than $1,000 a month if you average it out. And for the premium program, which is a much higher value program, it's going to be $23,997. Now, we're so convinced that the premium program is going to be so much more valuable to companies, we're really encouraging people just to opt straight for the premium program. It really is going to be a big benefit for companies that are considering hopping into the program at all. Now, to help encourage that, we're going to knock $4,000 off the price for companies that put in an application by 14th of February. Doesn't mean you're going to be accepted into the program, but if you've got the application in by 14th of February, then the upfront price for that initial commitment is going to be $19,997. Again, the honesty box payment after you've made the return on investment of $200,000. So that's fantastic value for any company when you have a look at what other companies have already achieved in previous programs. Let's have a look at the eligibility criteria. This program isn't for everyone. Okay, we're very selective in who we're going to accept. So we have some secrets of success of the program, and this is one of them. The program might not be right for you, you might not be right for the program. Also, the consortium will be limited to 14 companies. It's a number that we've found works well. It helps in terms of not having too many companies so that they can't build relationships or deep relationships with each other, or too few companies that they don't have the learning opportunities. So that's a good number, and we're going to strictly limit it to no more than 14 companies in the program. Eligibility to the program, we only want companies with enthusiastic, motivated and forward-thinking leaders in the program. You can agree that if we've got all leaders like that in the program, helping each other, sharing it with each other, it's going to be so much more valuable for the whole group. It has nothing to do with whether your company is doing well or poorly at the moment. It is related to your willingness and commitment to improve how your company is performing. It's related to your willingness to share your knowledge and experience to help others in the group improve their companies. Selection is also based on us achieving the best mix of companies for the consortium. The best mix is so that we have enough diversity in the group that you can learn a lot from different types of companies, and enough similarity within the group that you can leverage resources. So here's some eligibility criteria as well. Application to the program does not guarantee acceptance into it. It's not simply first come, first serve, but the places are limited and strictly limited, so unfortunately some companies, some businesses will miss out. That means that the earlier your application is received, the greater your chance of participating in the program. So what are some of the next steps? Feel free to have a look at the frequently asked questions that we'll have on the website. Contact us with any questions. So if you have any questions, feel free to send your email to dkey@leanlogic.com.au, so dkey@leanlogic.com.au, or call me directly on 0403 836 590. So here's our invitation to you and your business. If you're ready to take your business to the next level, then we invite you to take action now, simply by filling in and lodging your application form immediately. Why immediately? Because you'll kick yourself if you miss out. So we look forward to receiving your application very soon. Thanks for your time. Bye for now. Hope to see you in the program.